I recently saw the Nintendo Direct, and for Wade, if you don't know what that is, Nintendo, the game company, they
I'm
did.
the old guy.
um,
I'm gonna get my coffee.
Son.
yeah. But basically, Nintendo Direct is basically like a show where they show all the different video games that are going to be coming to the Switch or whatever Nintendo products that they're making for the future. And this new one that came out was pretty big. It was really interesting. Did you guys see it at all, Weston, Zane?
I saw a couple of it. What I was most excited for though was the Force Unleashed. I know there's a lot of Star Wars fans out there like,
Yes.
oh, he's overpowered.
Yes, when
But
I saw
was
the
like,
Force
my
Unleashed,
guy-
I was so hyped.
In my opinion, I think Starkiller was honestly a great idea to actually start the rebellion or have the idea for it. But
Yes.
that's just it's pretty much Legends now.
He's still canon in my heart.
Exactly. That's
Okay.
what I think too. But
What I had Googled Nintendo Direct.
Mm.
That sure looks like a mouthful. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yes.
He's eating a car.
Yes, he becomes Car Kirby.
Hopefully he's eating a French car. He can eat anything French as long as
Is this new Kirby going to be open world? I heard something
Yes,
about that.
it's like the Mario that
Sorry.
came out, the new Mario game where he goes to like New York and he like jumps around skyscrapers and stuff, wreaking havoc. Basically, it's like that, but Kirby, and it's like so. Imagine The Last of Us, but instead of playing like the cool characters, you're playing as Kirby. I guess Kirby's cool.
What?
Kirby's cool.
I was gonna say Kirby.
Kirby's cool.
Heck yeah, he's cool.
He's
Yeah,
cooler
he's
he's cooler than the Last of Us characters.
Hey, he fights
Think
giant
about The
penguins
Last
and
of Us.
interdimensional monsters.
Okay, now it's just the three of us.
Yes.
E.
Okay,
Well, What are
so
we talking about first?
games and more games.
You know
So-
what? I got something to say.
Hold
I am
on.
a huge fan of Dying Light, and that is coming
Oh,
out
yeah.
soon.
Yes,
they-
Dying
they-
Light 2 came out.
They put it off for so long, but I'm glad they
Wait,
did. 'cause they
It
were-
came out or it's coming out?
Oh, it came out.
Yeah, it's out.
I haven't
Out.
played it.
Oh,
yet.
really?
Yeah.
I can't play it.
Moist
That's like
Critical,
Steam
the YouTuber, he already made a video on it and rated it, and he said it was good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and some people are starting to rate it now on YouTube, so I'm like, okay. I'm not into zombie games, I'll be honest. I'm not a big zombie guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, neither am I.
I
No,
don't care.
I don't blame you guys.
I like Minecraft, and that's about the only zombie game that I care for. If you can call it
The
a
ones
zombie
that go,
game.
bruh, that's the ones you actually fight with?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I see.
No, but I think some zombie games are good. Like I played The Last of Us, the first one with one of my friends, Justin, when I was little, when it first came out. When I was younger, I wouldn't say little, but it was good. I enjoyed it, but it's not for me. I don't know. I don't like Resident Evil games too. Not a big fan of those either. I don't know. It's not that it's horror and horror bothers me. It's more like I don't care for the gameplay or anything.
See, I'm a zombie fan for sure. I
Yeah.
love playing
Like-
Left 4 Dead 2.
yeah,
I love
Left 4
playing
Dead-
Black Ops, all those zombie games. Also,
Yes.
this
Oh yeah, Black Ops. I can't just say Minecraft because I played a lot of zombies on Black Ops. That's
Dude,
true.
that's probably the only one that I
Yeah.
really like is Black Ops.
Yeah. I mean,
Actually,
it's
that's the
laid
whole
back.
reason why I even
Transit, Black Ops 2 Transit
Yes.
for days, man.
That's the only reason why I even played Black Ops was for zombies.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
great.
a lot of people are like that. But speaking of games and more games, so I wanted to bring up another one, which is Nintendo Direct released a new Wii Sports, Switch Sports.
I've seen that.
Switch Sports. So it's Wii Sports, but Switch. It's on Switch.
Ooh.
And it's going to be $40. I checked the price. You can pre-buy it now, pre-order. And it is $40, which is a little high for my opinion, because there's only going to be 6 games on it.
Yikes.
Is it
There's
is it
only-
a brand new game or is it a port from the Wii that's been
No,
modified?
no. It's brand new. Brand new.
Oh.
And the Miis don't look like Miis.
Oh shoot, no, those don't look like Mii's at all.
Yeah,
See, that's the
yeah.
one thing I was disappointed. I was like, man, I want to use my me that I've created. Maybe they'll add that up.
It might be that you
They
can
do.
still
You can
your
use
Mii.
it in the in the video, in the live stream. They had people forget this. or I've seen people forget this. Some people who are reviewing it or watching the live reaction, they did a whole thing to show you that Mii's are in there, because they did a volleyball. They're showing off the volleyball gameplay with some Japanese men, and like the owner of Nintendo or something, and they did a volleyball game, right? But what happened was that they were using their Mii's against the other characters that were not Mii's, but they just came to it the game. So on the case, it shows like their own new version of like a Mii, but you can input your own like Mii's face onto the characters, and it looks pretty good.
Gonna
it
be
looks
like,
fine.
It's gonna be like Go Vacation, where you have the kind of cartoony characters, but you can also put your Mii in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's actually going to be great. Yeah. You know, I'd actually like the Wii Sports game a lot more too if they kind of did make it like Go Vacation. To be honest, if it was like an open world thing.
Yeah.
But you could go around and find multiple games, not just like the 6 ones they're going to implement. But that's just my take. I loved Go Vacation. I was a huge Go Vacation fan, and I also loved boxing with Matt. By the way, on the Wii, that was great. I am one of those overachievers that beat Matt on boxing, which is freaking hard. But
yes,
that was awesome.
It was difficult.
And you're telling me that you just sort of... How did you beat him again?
Huh? Okay. So
beat him
as
with ease.
Right. So the other day, Wes and I, we were talking about this in a car, and or was it whatever? We were talking about this, and what happened was that he was talking about, like, he asked me if I ever beat Matt in Wii Sports, because we were talking about that they're making a new one, and I was like, well, let me remember, because I did this like a long time ago, and yes, I did. I remembered beating him, but it was, I didn't understand boxing. I didn't understand. I never knew you could block in the game. So I just spam really fast, just with my Wii controllers, really fast, and spam at the TV to just throw all my fists. Like really fast.
I'm still like, how did you not die like a billion times?
Oh no! I did die a billion times to this man, but I still tried, and I triumphed eventually, because I found out if you raise your controllers up, you can block, and I'm like, oh snap, because I knew hooks and stuff. I knew how you could hook and everything.
Yeah.
So, and I knew those were like all the good power shots. But then after I unlocked the ability to block, I'm like, oh, I get it.
I would do it by slipping all the time, because when you slip, there's a split second where it slows down time, and you can have a clear shot.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that happened to me a lot, just without me understanding the mechanics.
You just thought it was a cool moment in the game. They slowed it
Yeah,
down.
they're like, ooh, this is a cool slow-mo scene.
I just remember, though, loving the end, the song. Like, Wii Sports had some memorable songs, man. I remember at the end of it, they play the hype song, and you're like, yes, I achieved being Matt and all that. Or whoever you fought, and I created this character that's kind of scary now that I look at him, Adam. So what I did is I was like, how can I make Adam? Because I was a big fan of robot boxing when I was a kid. When I was a kid, so I took the eyes, and they were just dark holes. So I was like, I can't make him blue, like Adam. So, and then of course the skin color, you can only have skin color. You couldn't make it gray or anything like that. You set him out. And then I was like, all right, so for the head, what do I do? Black beanie. Perfect. So now I've got this monstrosity that went all the way through boxing and beat Matt. And I look back on that, and I'm like, why didn't I just use my own character? Adam's horrifying. And he also has no mouth, by the way. I made it too small, so you can't see it. So it's just this creature with 2 black eyes and a black beanie coming to beat you up.
Yes, that's great.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's like that reminds me of like my Mii that I created, that I already told you, where his nose is on his chin, and and you can make the sunglasses like as small as possible. So I just so it looks like his nose is on his chin, so it looks like it's elongated. It's like an elongated chin that's like pointing out, and then he also has like a tiny little sunglasses that almost look like a monocle that just sits on his chin, or nose chin, and it's very funny. And then his mouth is above his mustache, and then
so essentially you made Waluigi.
Yes, essentially. Well, a very, very, very well. He's also very thick. I didn't make him very skinny. I made him very thick. I put all the settings to max. So he's extremely tall and extremely big with an extremely messed up face.
That's amazing. Zane,
It's
do you want to
beautiful.
tell Zach about how you would make clone troopers?
What?
Yeah,
Clone
the
trooper
Mii's,
Mii's?
you'd make clone troopers.
Oh yeah. We always tried to make clone trooper Mii's.
Oh
which
wait, so you
basically-
would form the face into a helmet.
Yes.
Yes.
So we had like bald
Yeah.
guys that were as wide as we could get them, with
That's
like
so smart.
the little narrow slit eyes,
Yeah.
and then the triangular nose with just like an angry face.
Oh no, that's
then we, like,
amazing.
Color them white, and those were like our army of clone trooper Mii's.
Oh, that's awesome.
They
That's
look
hilarious.
horrible. They look like just a bunch
Yeah,
of bald
dude.
angry guys, but
Yeah, they should include those in the new Disney movies.
Oh gosh, with skin-colored helmets. I don't know about that one.
That's like some Doomslayer type stuff.
Yeah, I was
Boy.
gonna say that'd be horrifying, but
What? Now,
that was the days of Wii.
yes.
There's a lot
But
more stories. to that, but
also,
yeah.
moving on to what Nintendo came out with, new Xenoblade. You guys probably aren't interested in Xenoblade. It's anime game. So Xenoblade is really good. I like Xenoblade's story, so I'm happy about that one. Everyone was angry because it wasn't Breath of the Wild, because they revealed it. It was the very last game that they revealed, and it was Xenoblade 3. I didn't play the first one. I know the lore and everything about it. It's because it's weird, because Xenoblade 1 is about the Monado, which is like the sword, and then also Shulk, who owns the sword, and it's like this takes place in like this other alternate world or universe compared to, well, it's in the same universe, I guess, but it's like on this other world or something, compared to Xenoblade 2, which is about Rex, and his and like the system and how everything works in that world is completely different compared to the first game. And so it's like really interesting how both those universes collided, and now we have a third one, which I'm excited about. So we have 1, 2, and now we have 3, and the third one looks really good. If you look up Xenoblade 3 right now on the computer, I'll put one on like the screen so people can see watching the podcast. But the character looks exactly like Bam. Like they show a clip. They show a clip of him running through the field. It's a guy with a flute, and he's like running through this
those
field.
look like Bam.
And his hair, it looks exactly like Bam from Tower of
Oh
God.
yeah.
yeah,
Exactly like him.
except with a big red sword.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks exactly like Bam from Tower of God. Now I'm
By the
wondering
way,
what universe he exists in. If it's going to be Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade 2, or if it's going to be its own universe, like its own world again.
Each game is just a new parallel world.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Why didn't they just do a continuation to the first one? Did like the first one wrap up or something?
Yeah,
And then-
it had a good wrap up, and I think they're like, well, we don't want to ruin the series by making like another story. So, because they basically Shulk basically defeated essentially what God is in that universe, because he was evil, or the person who created things. I don't exactly remember because it's an older game, and I don't remember it. I never played it.
okay, that makes
Winston, they're making there's a new Mario Strikers
But-
coming out.
Oh really?
Yes,
I
there's a
was
new
the
Mario
Best at
Strikers.
that game, dude. What's it coming out on?
The
Switch.
What else?
Okay, hold on.
It's coming out on the Wii.
I'm sorry. Actually, for a minute, I was like, wait a minute. My brain was like, this is Wii, isn't it? But no.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited about that. That's
I'm
actually
excited
gonna be
too
great.
because people can stop playing FIFA and then they can go over to that game.
Oh my gosh! All right, FIFA
Yeah.
fan.
Actual
The
good
game
soccer
isn't
game.
changing.
Yes.
It's just better graphics. It's the same game, but just better graphics. Just keep
Yeah.
the same game you bought last year.
But basically, that game's going to come out and it looks good. Like they even show gameplay of it. So
Yeah, this
looks
looks
good.
cool. I'm probably gonna end up
And then-
getting it.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Mario Kart fan. And they released Mario Kart 8 content. So unfortunately, they debated us. They're like, well, we could do Mario Kart 9. But let's just say we just remastered all the old courses and just gave them as DLC. So you know how So you know how you can buy a pack of characters in Smash Bros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that, but for race tracks in Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for it, but I wish it was a Mario Kart 9 instead. So I'm still excited because I like that game. I think it's a good game, but I just wish we got a 9 instead of just 8. I want new. I don't want old that got turned into new. So,
Right.
yeah. But then again, all the Breath of the Wild Zelda fans are sad and crying to their mom because of no Breath of the Wild 2 came out. No trailer, no nothing about Zelda. So, they're going to have to wait for another year or two until that game actually
Sound
comes
like
out.
a real scrub, but how many Zelda games actually are there?
Oh, so many. So many. I don't know, because I'm not a big Zelda fan. I like Breath of the Wild, because I actually did play that. I actually enjoyed it.
If you could guess, though, how many do you think were made?
How many were made?
Just look it up. You can
You can
Google
just look
that.
it up. Yeah, you can just Google it.
I know. I'm actually curious about this. Let me hold up. I gotta pause my game.
Yeah, I'll let you pull it up.
How many Zelda games?
But moving on while he's working on that. That's basically like
27?
Wait,
Holy crap, these guys are complaining about one game. They got 27 to work on?
It's like a Call
My
of Duty
guy!
franchise.
Calm down. There's so many games you can do. Holy
Well,
crap.
look at the games though, bro. Some of them don't really hold up. They're
Yeah,
old. They're old.
You got The Legend of Zelda, Zelda: The Adventures of Link, Zelda Legend of Zelda: A Link to Past,
Yeah,
Link's
that one's good.
Awakening. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Freaking
Okay.
Oracle. There's so many. Sheesh.
So I'm like browsing through Nintendo's like new releases, just looking
Yes.
at what's going on, and I see one like this cool knight called Ruined King. Looks kind of interesting. Click on it. League of Legends story. Ruined my day.
Bro.
It's like another
I'm gonna have to
debated
ask you to step
moment.
outside and touch some grass now.
That's awesome. You have to touch the grass.
That is legally required.
Legally required. Any League of Legends mention, you have to touch grass.
Yep.
Otherwise, you are not of this world.
No, actually, you just sit in your basement all day and play games on League of Legends and grow
Fair.
a neck beard, and you go to Reddit, eat some Cheetos.
Kind of have a neck beard.
Sorry, I'm not trying to diss your neck beard, Zach. I'm sorry, and I know you're.
I can't grow. I literally can't grow it anywhere else. So
It's cool. It's fine.